Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another interesting beer review and another Bavarian Helles. This is from Geismann beer, the brand brewed by Nürnberger Bierkontor um, and located in Fürth in Nürnberg. It seems like this brand is having one Helles, one export and one Weisse. The Brauhaus or the brewery was founded originally 1722, and it seems like that the brewery doesn't exist anymore, but the brand still lives on. And I'm going to give you some history about this brewery, if I got it correctly, that this is a brand that still lives on. It looks like this, and if I got it correct, it's brewed to one of the big Getränkemarkts in Germany, which is a place that is selling beer and other drinkable products, but mainly beer, of course. Getränkemarkt Hoffmann, I think it is. But I'm going to give you some history about Brauerei Geismann. The Geismann brewery was a brewery in Fürth from 1722 to 1976. The brewery goes back to a brewery founded 1722 by the Lederer family on today's Boijmenstraße. In the mid-1860s, it came into the possession of the Geismann family, which gave it its name. Owned by the Geismann family, the distillery and agriculture were abandoned and the company was completely set to brew beer. A major breakthrough came in 1884 with the introduction of the Poculator Doppelbock, which was first called Salvator and marked the first strong beer from Franconia. In 1896, the brewery built the Geismann Saal, the largest hall building in the city of Fürth at the time of its existence. From 1896, the legendary Poculator was served in the Geismann Saal for many decades, attracting numerous visitors to Fürth. Another ballroom was purchased in the neighboring city of Nürnberg to create a branch for the Fürth Salvator festivals. But even further outside Fürth, for example in Würzburg, Schweinfurt and Berlin, this beer was served at its own festivals. In 1901, the company was converted into a stock corporation. In 1903 and 1904, the local rival Grüner AG, which I reviewed a beer Grüner Vollbier Hell also, which is also brewed by Tuscher, was overhauled in beer sales and completely left behind until the First World War. Geismann was the first brewery in Bavaria to introduce a Pilsner beer after the second name that was still in use at that time for this type of beer. It was christened Geismann Bayerisch Pilsner. Even in the 1920s, the Geismann brewery was one of the best equipped in Bavaria, only as a result of the global economic crisis, which caused immense unemployment in the workers' town of Fürth, and which caused the brewery great sales difficulties, did it temporarily weaken. In addition, many Jewish shareholders came under the increasing pressure during the National Socialistic era. The mail-order company Gustav Schickedan's source used this favor of the hour with the help of Dresdner Bank to enter the manufacturing sector, and he also took over a large number of shares from Jewish shareholders. At the beginning of the 1940s, he converted the brewery into a GmbH. As its managing director, he was registered from then on. In 1967, the Geismann brewery was merged with the Humbser brewery to expand capacity, and then in 1971 it became part of the Patrizier brewery. The main brewery building with the brewhouse and Geismann Bräustübel in Fürther Boijmenstraße, built in 1899 according to the plans of the well-known Fürth architect Fritz Walter, was particularly noteworthy from an agricultural point of view. From an architectural point of view, and was particularly high quality. This building's had to make way for the construction of the city center Fürth in the early 1980s, during the construction of which only 3 individual window arches from the former portal of the brewery were incorporated into a new building as a film, Hallstrasse, Bäumenstrasse, near the theater. One of the associated wrought iron lattice crowns can be seen in the permanent exhibition of the new Fürth City Museum. And here's another text that I found on Hoffmann's website, the Getränkemarkt, which is selling this brand, and probably which it's brewed to this shop. I guess that's the case. The return of the cult brand. For more than 250 years, the Geismann brewery was an integral part of the lively Franconian beer landscape. Now the cult brand is returning. 3 delicious varieties in the chic design of the 1960s, which you can get in a box of 20 with 0.5 liter bottles in your Hoffmann market. Try typical Bavarian specialties, traditionally brewed according to the Bavarian purity law of 1516, from selected ingredients, selected hops, the best malt, and crystal clear water. And here is about this specific one, the Helles Vollbier. It's possible to read the following on Hoffmann's website. Geismann Helles Vollbier, real Bavarian beer enjoyment. The Geismann Helle Vollbier is a pleasure even for the eyes. The bottle with the retro label is an eye catcher, and the beer itself, with its pale yellow color and the gloss-free cloudiness, invites you to enjoy Bavarian beer. With its soft taste and lively finish, the Geismann Vollbier is a classic Helles. Connoisseurs appreciate the full-bodied taste, which is rounded off by a slight hint of hops. With an alcohol content of 4.9%, the beer contains 41 calories per 100 ml, fewer calories than a small apple, which is on 100 grams. So that's about this one. Let's over to the tasting part. Here is the cap, Geismann Bier, Bayern, and here's the front label and the back label, classic 1960s, as mentioned also. And it says, nach dem bayerischen Reinheitsgebot gebraut, mit ausgewählten Hopfen, bestem Malz und kristallklarem Wasser. Helles Vollbier. Unser Geismann Helles Vollbier ist eine typisch bayerische Bierspezialität. Es wird mit ausgewählten Zutaten und nach spezieller Rezeptur sorgfältig gebraut. Ein Bier für alle Tage, vollmundig und mildwürzig. Zutaten: Brauwasser, Gerstenmalz, Hopfen, Hopfenextrakt. Nach dem bayerischen Reinheitsgebot gebraut und abgefüllt für Nürnberger Bierkontor GmbH in Nürnberg. 4.9 ABV is the alcohol content, as I mentioned. Let's go over to the tasting part. Well, let's look at the label. I just have to taste this one. I'm really looking forward to this one. And always the right time for Bavarian Helles, as I used to mention. So let's open this one up. The Geismann Bier, Helles Vollbier. And pour it up. That'll be really great to try this one. I love this beer reviews also. I hope you know it's really something that I think is so nice. There we have it, looking really nice. Compact white foam, just the way it should be. Very pale in its color, typical for the style. To have this very pale, easy to see through golden color. Looks really nice in my opinion. And of course the compact white foam, very important also to build up that. I think you can see how beautiful it looks. No bubbles for some reason, not this far at least. There we have it all. This is the way it should be. When the compact white foam rises up above the edge of the glass, nice 2-finger white foam, which always is important to build up and maintain it all the way through. Let's get the aroma quite quick. Really fresh and typical for the style. Great Bavarian Helles aroma, mild and fresh, very very nice. Let's put this one right here. So high expectations of this one. I bet this one is gonna be really great. So the Geismann beer, helles Vollbier, Prost! Really nice, of course. This is how I want a Bavarian Helles. Fresh, mild in taste, easy to drink, well balanced. This one has it all, so it's a big recommendation. Since it's brewed to a supermarket, if I remember correctly, brewed to Getränkemarkt Hoffmann, not only a supermarket, that would be rude to call it that, but a market which is selling beer. It might be easy to think or believe that the quality could suffer, but it's not something that I feel when I taste it, because I feel that it tastes really nice, and the quality and everything of it, while I've been looking at it, tasting the aroma and tasting the beer, has been really positive to me. So this one is actually great in my opinion. Yep, I think it's a good choice, something that you should try. It's probably not the most expensive one, but it tastes great. It's very typical for the style in this taste. Bavarian Helles is, as you know, fresh, mild, easy to drink in its taste, and that's just what this one is, the typical Helles Vollbier. So definitely something that you should check out if you find it. Geismann beer, Bayern. It's a very decent one and straightforward, great Vollbier hell. And yeah, as you can see, as I always used to mention, it's the for Bavaria typical thick bottle shape, not the tall bottle shape, but the thicker one, which is used for this brand, Geismann. And yeah, it's just real nice. See, still the white foam head is hasn't disappeared yet, which is a good thing. Quality sign. All in all, great beer. I can link to Hoffmann's page about Geismann. That's probably what I can link to, since it seems like the brewery isn't existing any longer. And I haven't found so much about Nürnberger Bierkontor, which is mentioned on the bottle as it says here, gebraut und abgefüllt für Nürnberger Bierkontor, so brewed and filled for Nürnberger Bierkontor. And that's strange. It doesn't say that it's brewed by Nürnberger Bierkontor, but brewed for, so who's brewing it? I don't know. Anyway, it's great in taste. That's an important thing maybe to take with you from this one. This review of this Geismann Helles Vollbier. Nice. This is how you want a Helles. Real nice. So I don't think that there's so much more to say about this one and this review. If you manage to find it, it's a recommendation that you find it. I can show it closer to you now when it's empty. Geismann beer, and it's really great. I can show you the back label once again also. It's a nice Helles Vollbier. So, with that said, I just have to say the normal things again. Hope you like my channel. Continue to follow it for more interesting beer reviews from Germany, which is the country which I like beer from. It's simple as that. And like, comment, subscribe, and hope I see you again in next German beer review.